I think I got it, guys. I think that I know what the perfect art style is. Hey, what's up guys, Lucas here and welcome to another video. Today we are going to steal the style of another artist, Sam Does Arts. So Sam Does Arts is an amazing art YouTuber extravaganza, is just killing it right now, making amazing videos, and he has amazing and delightful style that people just seem to love it. I see it appearing everywhere. I decided if everybody loves his style so much, including myself, let's make a video about it. So let's check what makes his portraits so special. Let's see what makes them so damn appealing, okay? One of the first things that I noticed while going through his stuff is that he does divide his face into the usual thirds. So we have 1/3 from the forehead to the eyebrows, then we have another one for the nose and another one till the chin, right? But something that is key on all of his drawings is that he always gives a little bit more space than usual for the third of the face that takes the eyes. Another one is the shape of his eyes. It's not always like this, but most of his eyes have this very nice tapering in the bottom. So you can imagine them in a simple shape as diagonal line up here, almost straight line above, and then a diagonal line connecting both. So kind of like an isosceles triangle, but you would slant this line here at the bottom a little bit more. This shape of the eyes, I think it is absolutely key to nail his style. He always draws his lips in the same shape, so it doesn't matter what is the facial expression of the girl, he always draws a little bit of emphasis on the sides of the mouth. He almost doesn't draw the center of the mouth, and then he never, and listen to me careful, never outlines the lips. And this is a practice that is not just particular to him, it's actually something that I recommend that nobody does. Never outline the lips, because you're going to end up making something that looks like a clown instead of a girl. But something that I think that I can learn from him is that I always do a little bit of a bite on my lips. So when I draw lips, I go up, I make a small cut above, and then I continue. On his case, he never does that, and I think that it just makes for a nicer flowing shape, very simple and just plain attractive and appealing. If we go to other parts that are not the face, then we have other elements that I think are key for his style. One of them is he has very thin necks, and they are quite much longer than the usual anatomy, and he always has his anatomy a little bit thinner than what you would make on a regular human being. So thinner pretty Asian girls with long necks, with not outlined lips, small noses, big eyes, thick eyebrows. And something that I didn't mention before is we always have an emphasis in light. Much like he always draws girls, he always has an emphasis also on light and sometimes on facial expressions. Okay, so enough about that. Let's get to some painting. Let's steal his style now that we know what makes his style so unique and so beautiful and so appealing. Let's get to it. But before that, let's talk about the people that made this video possible. Atlas VPN. Atlas is a VPN that protects you while you're browsing online by encrypting your data and making sure that you're defended against malware and different attacks. Not only is the most affordable option for a VPN out there, but if it is not working for you, you have a 30-day money-back warranty, so that means you can just try it out and see how you feel with it. But of course, we cannot talk about the VPN without mentioning that you can change your location, which is basically the reason why most of us get a VPN in the first place. If you're watching this video, you're going to love Atlas VPN prices because they're a steal. See what I did there? Huh? See what I did there? You can get their 3-year subscription for only $139 a month. The price of a coffee or something is very damn low. You gotta act now because it is a Black Friday offer and it's going to expire. So if you want this quality VPN for a cheap price, you have to go down there in the link in the description and click that thing and install Atlas VPN because you need it. Let's just get back to the video, alright? Alright, so Sam has done something that makes us stealing his art a little bit easier, and that is he has a YouTube channel, of course, and he is explaining what is the digital painting process of his illustrations. So I'm gonna be watching this video and follow along with the steps, and that way you can also follow along with the video. Thank you very much, Sam. Okay, so the first thing that we need to do is find a good reference. So seeing that his style is always girls and with facial expressions, emphasis in light, and with slightly Asian features, then we got a reference that I found, and I think it would be ideal for this thing, and it is this one right here. I unfortunately don't remember the name of the model, so if you know, then you can tag her and we can write her name in the comments. Okay, so just like Sam, the first thing that I do in here is try to make a sketch of the reference picture, and I try to, of course, imitate his style, so his proportions, the big eyes, the big sphere for the head, small features for her body, long neck and things like that. Of course, emphasis on the facial expression with those big lips that he likes to do, and a bit of a Disney inspired style for the ears and the type of nose that I'm making. I try to keep things simple, and I have to say that I actually like how the sketch is coming along. So already, you know, I see some results of studying his style. I think that it is very appealing, this type of sketch, and I am eager to paint it. Okay, so Sam goes and does the background first, but I think that I'm gonna first do the outline of the character because, you know, it doesn't really matter which one you do first. I'm just gonna do the outline and then I'm gonna go back to the background and finish that one first. To make the outline of the character, I just use the lasso tool and I go and make one single big shape for the character, and this, props to Sam, makes the painting process so much faster. So for the background, I try to keep everything with very simple key shapes. So most of the environment that I have in here in the photo reference are just squares and things like that, things that I can do very easily with the polygonal lasso tool. In case that you're wondering what brushes I am using, I'm using my LP brushes pack, which is my premium brush pack. You can find the link down there in the description. It is the brush pack that I use for all my paintings, personal and professional, and this brush specifically, the one that I'm using right here, is my favorite from the whole pack. It's called the LP Dynamic Pastel, and why I love it so much, why I called it dynamic, is because it can have both texture or not texture depending on how strong you press with the brush. So it is fantastic and I use it for all my character work. So just like Sam, I'm trying to first put an emphasis on the light on the character. So I put the basic colors in there for the base colors, for example, the eyes, the pupils, the color of the skin, the lips, and then I try to make some small or very decisive brush strokes, or trying to identify where the light is coming from, so that the fastest that I can get a zoomed out version of the final painting, the better it's going to be, because it's going to just save me more time. So while making this portrait, I try to keep in consideration all the things that I just learned from studying his style. I try to keep the simplification of the nose, a very tiny nose, the big eyes, the emphasis on the facial expression, and also that emphasis on the light. So I try to put very vibrant colors where the light is hitting the subject, and I think that it really helps to add more appeal to the illustration and make it just a little bit more than just a plain, boring portrait. Something else that you might have noticed that I'm not doing in here, and that also Sam recommends, is to not zoom in your painting, especially at the initial steps. Once you have everything working at this distance, then if you want, zoom in and start putting some more details in there. This really helps to speed up your workflow. Something that I didn't mention before, and I think that is also very valuable, is you can see how I am working around the face a little bit more than the rest of the body. So this is again something that I have seen in Sam's style, but it's also just a general good artist practice, and that is put all the effort around your focal point, the focal point of your painting. Not only this saves time if you're trying to produce an illustration and want to finish fast, but second, it actually makes your illustration better. Believe it or not, it is better for you to not have detail all around your painting, because it's going to distract the audience. So definitely something that really makes your illustrations better is to put all the attention on your focal point, and in the case of characters, it usually is their face. I am happy with how the masses of hair are looking right now, so I'm ready to start going and putting some of those individual hairs right there with just a little bit of a lighter color, and that really makes it look like hair. So you don't have to do a lot of things to make hair look attractive. You can actually just worry first about the general shape, and then at the end you just go with a little brush. In this case I'm using the dynamic pastel, but you can use whatever you want, and put those individual hairs, and it's really the only thing, the last little bit that the hair needs to feel like hair. If you're interested in a more full-length, in-depth tutorial on how to create hair, how to paint hair, then stay tuned, because on the next couple of weeks I am going to have a new tutorial about it, so stick around. And after adding some post-production effects like some color balance, some curves, and some blur in the background, this is the final result. I really like how this one came out, because not only I love Sam's style and I think that he's an amazing artist, but also I think that I learned a bunch of new things from him. I hope that you also learned some new tricks that you can apply to your illustrations, and I cannot wait to see the results and your comments in there. Tell me down in the comments, who do you want me to steal the style from next? Thank you very much, you guys, for watching this video till the end. Leave me a like if it was useful, subscribe for more content like this, and of course, I'll see you on the next video. Bye.